Okay, hi everybody. I'm just working up some. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Turn my camera on. Awesome. So I'm teaching outside, which is why I'm just working through a little bit of tech sound stuff. If you can let me know just in the chat, because on my phone where I'm recording, I can't see everyone. If you can just put in the chat whether or not you can hear me okay, then I'll know that we can go ahead and get started with today's class. Let's see who's here today. Ian, you're usually pretty good about letting me know if you can hear me. Would you let me know in the chat? Amazing. Thanks, Landon. Or whoever's on the other side of the account named Landon. Awesome. Okay, so looks like we are in the frame. Awesome. Thank you, Ian. So as you can see, I'm teaching outside. So there is someone cutting the grass. So if it gets a little noisy at times, usually I would say close your eyes and just listen to what I'm saying. Today we are doing our last of the 5 weeks, which is intro to Yin. So Yin is a little bit slower moving, and each of the shapes that we're going to come into, we're going to hold for 3 or 4 full minutes. So the way that this style of yoga works is basically we're letting gravity stretch out and lengthen the muscles, which is particularly good for anyone who does lots of activity. So we'll pay lots of attention to our breath. And if you start to get fidgety, just be really patient. This is going to be challenging in a different kind of way. Okay. Go ahead, come onto your mat. Make your way onto your back or to seated, whatever you feel like today. And we're going to start with 10 breaths. Just become really, really present where we are. If you remember from other weeks, the Ujjayi breath, or the ocean-like breath, it's in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's do that all together. Empty the belly. All together, big breath in through the nose. And slowly breathe out through the nose, just gently constricting in the back of the throat. So it sounds like you're listening into a conch shell. You hear that ocean inside your head. And counting down, that was 10, this will be 9. Slow exhale. That's 8. And 7. Inhale. Exhale. That's 6. 5. 4. Breathing into the belly. 2. And 1. If you're on your back, that's awesome. If you're seated, make your way down onto your back. Our first shape of today is going to be a reclined twist. Usually we do these at the end of class. So make your way here, bring your feet onto the mat, your arms out to the side. And then extend your left leg out long. And let your right knee fall across your body to the opposite side. Bring your arms out to a capital T shape, or you can bend them so they're shaped like a goalpost. And you might even look over your right shoulder. So take a couple of breaths. there's anything in the way of your arm, push it up your way. And allow yourself to settle in. You might even be able to hear some of the sounds of birds where I am. Maybe you can hear the sound of people outside. As we let gravity do the work there, use your breath to fill up the shape and notice a nice gentle stretch across your chest. And let the weight of your right knee start to fall down towards the earth. Big breath into the belly, filling up like a balloon. Big breath out. Deep belly button. On your own, start to count down 5. 5 breaths. And last breath on this side. Slowly roll back to center, bring both up towards the sky. Shift your hips and extend the right leg long and let the left knee fall across the body towards the floor. And either find your captain's arms or your goalpost arms. Goalpost arms are going to make more of a stretch across the front of your body. Capital T will have you in a really nice twist. Feel it a little bit more through your core. Fill the belly up. Imagine that balloon expanding. And draw the belly in. Let the leg get really heavy. Let your head fall open to the left. Now, the really challenging part, staying still for a minute while we breathe. If your mind starts to wander off, draw it back to the intention, breathing into the belly, and squeezing all the air out into the balloon. Start to count down to 5. And your next breath, bring your knees back, weight to the ceiling. Plug them in towards the chest. Maybe rock side to side. Tuck your chin a little bit. And then when you're ready, roll over one side, bring your arm up above your head, making a little pillow. Take one big breath into your back here. Feel your ribcage expand. And let all the air out. And then when you're ready, use your hands to press onto your belly. Come all the way down onto your mat. Bring the tops of your feet onto the floor. And then bring your left arm straight out to the side. Use your right fingers to press onto the front of the left shoulder and bring the sole of your right foot to the outside of your leg. If you're in a smaller space, you can do the goalpost arm. It's just going to make this a little bit more of a stretch. And allow your left ear to rest on the floor. Let your right fall open. It's called broken wing pose. When I named it because I didn't have a better one named for it. Stay like this, or you bind your arm, your right arm around your back. So you should feel a nice stretch across the front of your shoulder. Again, we have a little bit of a twist here. If you have any tension in your neck, maybe just let the right knee come back towards center a bit more. You have a lot of flexibility here. Kind of rock onto the outside edge of the right foot. And now we settle in. Spend about a full minute here, maybe a minute and a half. Keep breathing. Some of the poses that we go through might not feel like much at the beginning. Some of them might feel really challenging. We'll just approach it all with an open mind, just like you've done everything so far. Thirty more seconds. Really, really slowly start to let the right knee fall back towards the floor, rolling onto your belly, straightening out your legs, and bringing your right arm out to the side, left fingers under the shoulder. We're going to come into the same shape opposite side. Press yourself onto the right shoulder. Left foot comes to the floor. Opposite. 30 more seconds here. Really breathe into your shoulder. Maybe let the outside left fall open into the floor. Rock onto the side of the foot. And on your next breath, let the knees fall across the body. Bring your left hand back to your mat. Come onto your belly. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Release the tops of your feet so they're flat on the floor. Take a breath in, peel your chest up, squeeze your elbows in. Baby Cobra. Just like we do in our sun salutations when we're warming up. Tuck the chin slightly. Press the hips into the earth. Firm the legs, lift the chest a little bit higher. Really good job. From here, keep your back strong. Bring your forearms to the mat. So your elbows are right underneath your shoulders and your palms face the floor. You can take your legs a little bit wider if you want to. This is called Sphinx Pose. I'm going to spend 2 full minutes here. You can choose a point on the wall in front of you, or you can close your eyes. So even though this is a more passive pose, you can make it a little bit more active by imagining rolling your shoulders down and back, and then pulling back through the forearms to draw your chest forward and wake up the triceps and the muscles in the shoulder group. Option to really spread the fingers wide and press down into the mat. Soft hips, soft legs. When your mind starts to wander off, remember to breathe. Your only job right now, breathe in, breathe out. You can also practice becoming really aware of how it feels to breathe into your belly when your belly is pressed against the floor. Usually we can breathe without a lot of resistance because we don't have anything constricting us. Right now, you have a large portion of your body weight on your belly. See if you can breathe in there. Just see how it feels. We've got about 30 more seconds. You have the option to stay here in Sphinx Pose or take your hands to the corner of your mat, so a little bit wider, and straighten out your arms, coming into Seal Pose. Again, you can take your feet wide if that feels nice. Might even walk your hands in a little bit closer if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch. Press the outside edges of your hands and your heels, the heels of your hands into the mat. Swivel your outer arms in and open up through your chest as you look straight ahead and firm the thighs. Big deep breaths. Another 30 seconds. Soften your shoulders. Very good. Lower back down onto your forearms. Tuck your toes. Press up onto hands and knees. Walk your knees in a little bit closer. So we're going to come into Dolphin Pose just for a few breaths, which is just like Downward Dog, except we have our arms from Sphinx. So your forearms are glued down to the mat, palms are glued down, tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Really good. We're going to take 10 to 15 breaths here. Think about pressing back, opening up through the shoulders, through the lats. You can bend your knees a lot if you need to. Really good. Keep breathing. And let your head hang heavy. Maybe shake it side to side. 5 more breaths. And lower the knees. Walk them back a little bit or walk your hands straight out in front. We're going to come into puppy pose. So puppy pose is a lot like child pose, which maybe we'll start with that actually. Sit your hips back on your heels. Allow your belly to fold over your legs and just let your forehead rest on the floor. Take 3 breaths here. As we breathe in here, think about filling up your back, expanding your lungs backward. And a big breath out. Draw the belly in. Lift your chest up slightly. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Sit your hips down and back. So working our way into puppy pose. This is wide-legged child pose. You might even let your forehead rest on the mat. 3 big breaths, breathing into your back, just like before. If you want to make this shape a little bit more active, think about pressing your shins into the mat and trying to drag your legs to the side. You'll feel this wake up the muscles on the outsides of your hips. Press your hands into the floor. Awesome. Inhale, come back up onto hands and knees. Take your knees a little bit closer together. And then walk your hands forward. Allow your chest to hang down towards the floor. Puppy pose. Forehead can be on the floor. If that's really not comfortable, that's okay. And now we do the hard part, which is stay still for 1 or 2 whole minutes. You're doing great. See if you can let the weight of your heart melt down towards the floor a little bit more. Maybe you can lift your tailbone a little bit higher. 20 seconds left. When you're ready, press your hands into the floor, slowly rise back up. Walk your hands in towards your body and rock over one hip, coming to seated. Awesome. From here, we're going to come into shoelace. I'll turn so you can see me. So I'll tuck the left leg in towards the body and cross your right leg over top. So just like you're crossing your shoelace. We're going to start here. See if you can glue both hips down to the floor. Maybe hold on to either foot for a minute. It's okay if your legs are in kind of a funny shape. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Big breath in, elongate through the spine, through the neck. Lift the rib cage away from the hips. And then start to pull your chest forward. A great way to keep the length in the spine is to think of gently pulling up or back on your feet. You don't actually have to pull, it's just the mental action of doing that keeps length in the spine. When we keep our spine really long, it makes it easier for us to breathe deeply, keep space open for the rib cage to expand. I'm going to spend about 30 seconds here. I want you to really think about softening your legs. Use your breath and breathe into wherever you're feeling sensation. Soft shoulders, soft legs. Really easy breathing. This doesn't even have to be that ujjayi breath anymore. It can just be really simple. Simple in and out breathing. When you're ready, allow your spine to round, let your head hang heavy. We've got about another minute here. Be really, really patient with yourself, whether you're not feeling anything or whether you're feeling a lot. On an inhale, keep your length the same. Rise up to the long spine and sweep your arms high. Awesome. Bring the left arm underneath the right. We're going to come into eagle arms, which we've done once before. Big breath in, find the long spine, lift the elbows away from your knees. Big breath out, draw in through the belly, squeeze the arms together, tuck your chin. Keep breathing. If this is enough, you can stay here. If you want a little more, you can fold over the legs with your eagle arms. Probably feel a bit like a pretzel, that's okay. I think we all feel a bit like a pretzel in this shape. And we're only going to spend 30 seconds here. This is a lot. You can do it. Find some softness, some ease in your breathing. Gently unwrap your arms. Awesome. It looks like we had a little bit of a tech glitch there. Hopefully you're all still with me. Finding the long spine, gently folding forward, shoelace pose. 30 seconds here, and then we'll make it passive. Fold over the legs. Okay, let's all breathe in together. Big breath out. Start to fold forward. You might bring your hands in front. Head hangs heavy. Relax the legs. Relax the knees, the hips. Let go of any concerns about what it might look like. Fifteen seconds. Slowly rise back up, sweep your arms high, and then the right arm comes underneath the left. Find your eagle arms. And fold forward. Chin is heavy. I know there's a lot going on. Keep breathing. Ten more seconds. Unravel your arms, rise back up, uncross the legs, stick them right out front. Awesome. Move into Dragonfly Pose. So take your legs as wide as you can, or as wide as it's comfortable. And then I want you to take your arms side to side and just allow yourself to kind of rock onto one hip and then to the other. And if your legs slide, that's probably where they want to be. Come back to center, settle in, bring your hands right out in front of you. And we're going to use 3 breaths to settle into the pose. Find a nice stretch. Inhale, drag your fingers back, lift up through the crown of the head, shoulders down. Exhale, round the spine, creep the fingers forward, head hangs heavy. Legs are soft the whole time. Inhale, drag the fingers back, roll up to your long spine, shoulders down the back. Exhale, creep the fingers forward, round the spine, head hangs heavy. Maybe reach a little further than last time. And again, inhale, drag the fingers back, tall spine, shoulders down. Exhale, round the spine, walk the fingers forward. Allow your head to dangle softly. Relax the legs, maybe give them a little wiggle. Wiggle your head side to side. Take a big breath into your back. And a big breath out. I'm going to stay for 2 or 3 minutes. Like, probably gonna feel like a long time. You can do it. We're slowly increasing the length of our holds. This yin practice is not about pushing ourselves to stretch more or to activate a muscle more. It's about practicing mindfulness and patience so that with practice we can increase how long we can stay in these shapes. How long can we be patient for? No one can be patient forever. Everyone loses focus. Mindfulness is just the practice of repeating something over and over. Just like that little puppy, your mind wanders away. Imagine picking it up, setting it back in front of you. Imagine that that puppy only wanders away when you're not paying attention to it. Oh, just like your mind, just like your breath, you pay attention to it, your focus will stay there. Big breath in, big breath out, sigh it out through the mouth. Let go a little bit more. We've got 1 more minute here. Twenty seconds. Next breath, slowly start to roll up. Walk your hands in. Awesome. Draw your knees together. Come onto your back. Slowly, slowly lower down. We're going to take 1 more twist, really similar to what we did at the beginning. This time we're just going to add on. If you liked what we did at the beginning, you can take that twist again. Otherwise, cross your right knee over your left. Shift your hips to the right. Take your arms out to the side. And allow your knees to fall to the left and your gaze to the right. In our twists, we bring breath awareness back to the belly. Inflating like a balloon. And deflating like a balloon. Just a few more breaths on this side. Okay, start to wiggle your right foot out from underneath your knee, uncross the leg, and bring your knees back up to point towards the ceiling. Bring your hips to neutral and cross the left leg over the right. Shift the hips to the left and allow the knees to fall to the right. Gaze to the opposite side. Give yourself 2 or 3 breaths to just kind of settle in. Going from a twist one way to a twist the other way. It's a little bit harder than going from neutral to the first side. Inflate your belly with air and squeeze the belly in. Practice waking up the core. And now we settle in for about 30 seconds. Slowly wiggle the left foot out from under the knee. Bring your knees back to center. Bring your gaze back to center. Hug your knees in. Gently rock side to side. And then you have a choice today. You can come into Shavasana, corpse pose with your legs right out, or you can rock forward and back. Make your way up to seated. And we're just going to do a short 1-minute meditation to wrap up today. On your back or in your seated position. Big breath in, big breath out. We're going to count as we inhale together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath out. Inhale, counting on your own. Allow the belly to softly fill up. Extra little sip of air at the top. And exhale. Soft belly, soft release. Gently draw the belly in. Extra little puff of air at the bottom. And inhale. Soft belly, soft mind. Exhale. Move through the calm meditation in just 5 breaths. Inhale, soft core, soft chest. Exhale, soft core, soft chest. Inhale, soft arms, heavy arms. Exhale, calm core, calm arms. Inhale, soft legs, heavy legs. Exhale, calm core, calm arms, calm legs. Inhale, calm mind, soft mind, peaceful mind. Exhale, calm core, calm arms, calm legs, calm mind. 1 more breath all together. Inhale. Exhale. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I know this class is really different than what we've been doing, so always feel free to let me or Zach know what you think. We're going to be having a chat tomorrow about what we'll do going forward. And I hope to practice with you all again soon. Happy Sunday.